Did I tell you about that stuff I pull? How many have a little dog? Or any dog? If your dog has bad breath, seriously, it's like, pet supply store. It's called like Dental Fresh. It's just a liquid, clear liquid you pour in their water, and man, it really works. It cleans up the bad breath. I think they have like a bacteria in there, it kills it. All right. Anyway, did we go over any of these? We haven't yet. Okay. Square root of. Simplify this. Okay, let's do a factor tree. Everybody see that right away? 2 and a Honda, right? I just keep breaking it down like that. 2 and a 50, 2 and a 25, and then a what? 5 and a 5? Okay, so how many 2s do I have? 1, 2, 3. Bless you. All under the square root. And a 5 times 5. Do I have a 2? I have a pair of 2s and I have a pair of 5. So that means 2 times 5, a 2 and a 5 comes out. What stays under? What's 2 times 5? 10 radical dos. Now, those of you who did perfect squares, I think it's 1,000 times easier. You don't even have to memorize your perfect squares. Just have a list of them. Okay? Memorize those. Write them down. Guys, 100 times 2. What's the square root of 100? 10. Done. Okay, there's your answer, no matter what form you do. Okay, dos cetos. Okay, how many let's do perfect square. What perfect square goes into 28?
47.
Well, just at 4, and it's 4 times 7, right? Now, when I write that, I write the perfect square first. That tells me I'm taking that out. Guys, what's the square root of 4?
2.
Dos, right? 2. 7 stays under. Done. Done. Does anybody need me to do a factor tree there? Are we okay with 2 square root of 2? Hello, I can't even talk. 2 square root of 7. Are we okay with that? All right, good. All right, now 27. What times what? 9 times 3. Now, if you break it down like that, let's say you did a factor tree. Guys, if you start a factor tree and you do 9 times 3, do you guys see that 9's a perfect square? Does that make sense? So just jump to this. What's the square root of 9?
3.
Okay, so a 6 is already out. That comes out. Okay, don't forget to multiply those two. You guys are going to do that tomorrow. Whatever's out already, what you take out, you have to multiply by it. So it's 6 times 3 is what, guys? 18 what?
Square root.
Radical or square root of 3. How did we do on that one? We okay? You sure? We kind of lose the attitude. Exactly. We ready for 4?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now, what do you notice about 49, guys? It's a perfect square. Take it out. Okay? Guys, I have 5 X's in there. How many pairs do I have?
2.
That's how many come out. Is there one left? There always will be one left if there's an odd number. There's going to be one left. Z's. I have 8 Z's. How many pairs is that?
4.
0.
Z4.
I thought you said 0. Is there anything left over? No, guys, listen. If there's an even power, there should never be anything left over. Okay? That's my answer right there. Okay? How do we do with that one? Does that make sense? God bless you guys. You guys are trying so hard. How many want me to do a factor tree? Did you guys see the perfect square? What's a perfect square? It goes into 32. Biggest one.
16.
Yeah, I think 4 times 8, right? don't be mistaken. If you go 4 times 8, 4 is a perfect square. But also 4 goes into 8, right? That's not the biggest perfect square. 4 is not. It's this. Does everybody see that? 16 times 2? What's the square root of 16, guys? Okay, so that comes out. I know that comes out. Radical 2's in. Is everybody good with dealing with 32? I like the way Mr. Westfall did this yesterday. Think of it like 2 problems. I still have this left, and that's supposed to be an A. And I still have this left. Okay? I like how you organize that. That's a good way to think about that. Okay, how many? I have 7 A's, right? 7 A's. How many pairs do I have?
3.
Okay, that means that comes out. Do I have 1 left?
Yep.
Yeah, because it's an odd number. I have 4 C's. How many pairs is that?
2.
C squared. Okay? Yeah.
How'd you pull out 4? I got 2.
Where?
I got 2 squares in that.
For which one, brother?
5.
Okay,
Squared is 4.
so how'd I get what?
4.
You said you got 2 squared?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 squared is 4.
So it's fine if I put
Yeah.
2 squared.
But 2 squared, you wouldn't leave it 2 squared out here. I mean, you'd write it as a number 4.
Okay.
You don't, when you take something out, you don't, and you leave the variables with the exponent, but not usually a number. I lost what you were saying there. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. What's the first thing I do? Write them like this. Is everybody with me on that? Don't skip that step. Write them as 2 problems. Is there a perfect square that goes into 17? Well, the factor tree of 17 is 1 in 17. Can you break it down? Break it down. What's square root of 36?
6.
Done, done, done.
Did I hear Michael Jackson here just a little bit ago? Is that you? Oh. Is that a Michael Jackson impression?
What? Done, done, done?
What did you just say for that?
Break it down.
Oh, break it down. Was that a Michael Jackson?
I don't know.
Nice. Nice one. I'll tell you, that guy is amazing to watch him dance. It's unbelievable. Unreal to see him dance. Okay. Who said that?
Corbin.
You said it. Corbin doesn't talk. Miss Easy Peasy. No. What did you get?
I got 3 radical 2 over 5.
I like this. I don't know if I like your top answer. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 9 times 2, right? 9's perfect square. Square root of 9 is 3. Take that out. Radical 2. She's 100% right. Good job, Aaliyah. Yep. How'd you guys do on that one?
Nothing.
Do you see it now, Bray?
No.
Okay, where you messed up, brother?
For the 18.
Okay, are you okay with the bottom? Square root of 25 is 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Just think about this as a separate problem. Whoops. Square root of 18. Okay? Do you do factor trees or perfect squares?
I can do either one.
Okay, what's the perfect square that goes into 18? Well, we got 4 or 9.
9 and
So 9 times what? Man, what the Sam Hill? 9 and what?
2.
9 and 2. Okay. So what's the square root of 9?
3.
There's your answer. 3 square root of 2. Because it's this. I don't know what's going on, guys. I apologize to everybody involved. Mr. Westfall, do you have any ideas? Okay, you take that out. So it's 3 square root of 2.
Alright.
Okay. Now, the next 2 kind of throwback rules here. Guys, put a little star. Please star these 2. Okay, please star these 2. We have to reduce before we simplify. It makes it so much easier. Okay? Now, do you guys remember the old rule when we divided variables? Same like variables. What do we do with the exponents? Do you remember that? It goes way back. What do? We don't add them. That's when we multiply. Not divide. We subtract them. Okay? Do you guys remember that? Like, there's 2 x's. Where are there more x's at? On top, how many? Remember we did how many more? We subtracted the exponents. So what's 9 minus 3? Okay, so, guys, I have this. Okay, that's going to be on top, and this is going to be on bottom. We just subtracted our exponents there. Does that ring a bell? Listen. Ding, ding.
I always forget that.
Just write a little note there.
Forget what?
I always forget to subtract it.
Write yourself a little note there, Leah. Subtract exponents when dividing.
Do you want to know a quick way to remember it? If you forget? What if you have x to the 7th over x to the 4th? How would you rewrite x to the 7th? Is it x plus, or is it x times x times x? 7 times.
Plus, or times.
So it's x times x times x, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's x to the 4th?
X times x times x times x.
So if you ever forget, what's x over x? 1,
One.
1, 1. What's left? X to the third.
And that's really what we're doing when we subtract them.
Just a quick way to remember.
Wait, no.
Okay, now, is x to the 6th? It's an even power. How many pairs do I have? Yeah, just divide it by 2. It's x to the 3rd. Anything left over? No. What's the square root of 64?
8.
That's a perfect square. Okay, now. Guys, what number goes into 20 and 45? Does everybody say 5? Okay. What's 20 divided by 5? What is 45 divided by 5? Is it 8 or 9?
9.
9. Now, same thing. A to the 7th divided by A to the 3rd. Where do I have more A's at? Top or bottom? How many more?
4.
Write it. And then once we reduce, we got 2 problems.
It's probably mine.
By the way, God.
Probably
No.
college. Just hit the power button on the side. It's
That's
24. Yeah.
I used to put it up here, so it's kind of tough to remember to turn off your notification.
Okay.
Was it a call?
Hmm?
Was it a call?
Is this you?
Yeah. I get like my family's calls too.
Missed
so-
FaceTime call.
Guys, we're gonna run out of time. What do we got?
You want me to say the whole
Go ahead.
2a squared over 3.
Oh my goodness. 2a squared over 3. That's the right answer.
Why did it?
2a squared. Okay, square root of 4 is 2. A to the 4th. A squared. What?
Where did the 5 in the 5 go? Like, 'cause you
We divided by 5. 20 divided by 5.
Reduce it?
20 divided by 5 is 4. 45 divided by 5 is 9. So we just reduced the fraction 20/45. What number goes into 20 and 45? 5. And we got 4 ninths.
Like this. 5 times 4. Isn't that 5 times 9?
Yeah, I know, but I just don't understand why we didn't.
What do you, we just reduced the fraction, right?
The whole goal of this stuff is to write it in simplest form. So if there's a fraction that can be reduced, you gotta simplify it.
All you do is divide by 5. It's like if we had this, Aaliyah. If I had that fraction right there, what number goes into both of them? So if I divide by 2 on both the top and the bottom, what's left?
Just 2.
No, 2 divided by 2.
2.
Half of 2 is 1. Half of 4 is what?
2.
2. I don't do anything with these because that's what I divided by. That's what's left.
So we have to divide by if it has a number and then subtract
Your exponents. See, we just simplified both of those. We simplified the number first, 20/45, by dividing both of them by 5. And then we simplified a to the 7th over a to the 3rd by subtracting the exponents. Okay, 10 is easy peasy, right? They're like terms, Liv. What do you got? What'd you say? I was thinking something else. Yes, add them up, you get 10 radical 5.
Oh, trust me?
I don't. I don't.
All right. I know you guys haven't had a chance to do these, but we'll go through them together. Can I subtract those, or are they simplified? You can, right? What's 10 radical y minus 1 radical y? 9 radical y. But to add or subtract, the radicals do have to be the same, don't they? So what's the problem with number 12? Not the same yet. Could they be the same? Yeah, we just got to reduce first, okay? All right, let's break these up. 48 is what?
6 times 8.
Yeah, we could do 6 times 8. Keep going. 3 times 2. 4 times 2. 3 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Right? Make sure you keep them all organized. And then a pair of 2's, 2 comes out. Pair of 2's, 2 comes out. That's 4 radical 3 plus.
9 and 3.
Yeah, this one we'll do perfect squares. 9 and 3. What's a square root of 9?
3.
What's left inside?
3.
And now can we add them?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do we get?
7 radical 3.
7 radical 3.
That's gorgeous.
Square root collapsed.
7 radical 3.
Why the perimeter
Are we good? All right, we got 5 minutes left. We got 1, 2, 3 left.
We should do 15.
Go ahead and reduce that one on your own. Focus on your paper. I'll do it up here on the board. Don't peek. Don't peek.
No. Beep, beep.
Did you get negative 21 radical 2?
Yeah.
Oh, did I spoil the surprise? Sorry. Any questions on that one? Did you get it on your own? Mary?
So under the 6 and the radical of 25 times 2, underneath that, why did you say 3?
30.
Oh,
This is a 30.
I was like 3 squared. I was like,
It's a glitchy. It's a glitchy 0.
15.
Next.
What's the
Do you guys know what to do with the 108x? Do you know to break up the square root of 108? The x has no pairs to come out. Do you agree with that? Do you all agree? The x is going to stay inside the square root. The x is going to stay inside that square root. The x is going to stay inside that square root. Okay? Are you with me? Can I give you a hint? Just from a teacher's standpoint. Can you see what numbers 108, 27, and 75 have in common? What? 3? If I were doing this, I'd probably try to use a number that they all have in common, just because if they're going to all simplify and subtract, it's going to be because they have the same number left inside. All right, 4 radical 108x. All right, we're going to run out of time. I'm going to skip that for right now. If it says find the perimeter, do you agree if the lengths are 8, 5 radical 2, and radical 8, wouldn't you add those up? Perimeter, 8 plus 5 radical 2 plus radical 8. Isn't radical 8 radical 4 times 2? Which is 2 radical 2. 8 plus 5 radical 2 minus 2 radical 2 is 8 plus 3 radical 2. These cannot combine. A whole number and a radical term cannot combine. Huh? Why did I subtract? Sorry, that's supposed to be added. This is supposed to be addition here. 7 radical 2.
So you just can't combine them?
Yeah, whole numbers and radicals cannot combine. They have to be like terms. All right, redo the worksheet. If you want to come in tomorrow morning and check number 14 with me, if you want to finish that one up, I'd be happy to go over that one with you in the morning. I would not wait till the class period starts. We're going to start the quiz.
I was wondering if you got a chance to print out that paper. That might